It began like any other Monday morning. Teens snapped their friends, creators prepped their stories, and brands lined up for their daily streak of engagement. But then silence. Snaps failed to send, streaks disappeared, and feeds froze mid-scroll. In minutes, millions of users across the United States realized something was deeply wrong. Snapchat had gone dark. At first, people thought it was their Wi-Fi, then their phone. But soon, the truth became impossible to ignore. Snapchat wasn't just glitching. It had gone completely offline. Across America, confusion turned to frustration, and then to panic. For a generation raised on instant connection, this outage wasn't just an inconvenience. It was a blackout of their digital lives. On October 20th, 2025, reports began flooding platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Reddit, and Downdetector. By 7 a.m. Eastern Time, Snapchat's outage map looked like a digital wildfire. Red zones spreading across North America, Europe, and parts of Asia. The company's silence made it worse. For hours, there was no official statement. No push notification. Just the spinning yellow ghost logo, mocking every attempt to reconnect. It wasn't long before major media outlets like Reuters, BBC, and The Verge confirmed it. Snapchat was suffering one of its most widespread outages in years. Users couldn't send snaps, view messages, or even log into their accounts. Rumors spread fast. Some claimed Snapchat had been hacked. Others whispered about internal server failures. A few joked that the ghost logo had finally vanished for real. But this wasn't a joke. It was a full-scale disruption impacting over 150 million users in the first 2 hours. To understand why this outage hit so hard, you have to understand what Snapchat means to its audience. Launched in 2011, the app was built on a simple, intimate idea that moments don't have to last forever. It gave people a way to connect in real time, share unfiltered glimpses of their lives, and disappear before judgment could catch up. For teenagers and young adults, Snapchat wasn't just another app. It was their digital diary, their private channel of expression, and their connection to the world. So when it stopped working, millions suddenly felt cut off. Across campuses, group chats froze. Influencers couldn't post. Small businesses lost daily engagement. Parents tried to reassure their kids it was just a glitch. But for many, it felt like losing part of their social heartbeat. Behind the scenes, the real cause of the outage was far from simple. At first, tech forums buzzed with talk of server overloads and database synchronization errors, common symptoms of a massive platform failure. But deeper digging from cybersecurity experts revealed something else. Sources close to Snap Incorporated hinted that the problem originated from a major infrastructure issue within Amazon Web Services, AWS, the cloud network that powers much of Snapchat's back-end operations. On the same day, AWS' own North American region reported disruptions, affecting several tech platforms simultaneously, including Reddit, DoorDash, and portions of Instagram. It wasn't just Snapchat's fault. It was part of a larger digital domino effect. But the outage also exposed something more concerning: how dependent today's most powerful platforms are on shared cloud infrastructure. When AWS stumbles, the internet shakes. By early afternoon, Snapchat's engineering team managed to restore partial access. Stories began to load again. Messages started to send, though slowly. The digital heartbeat was returning. But the outage revealed more than a technical flaw. It exposed the fragile ecosystem beneath the social apps we use daily. In a single morning, Snapchat's silence highlighted a truth most users never consider. Our constant connection is built on invisible systems, and when they break, our world stops. In leaked internal communications later cited by TechRadar, Snap engineers admitted they were caught off guard by cascading network failures that disrupted load balancers and data replication nodes. In plain terms, one system went down and it took everything else with it. Across the internet, the reactions were swift and emotional. On X, one user wrote, "I didn't realize how addicted I was until I couldn't send a snap. It's weirdly quiet without it." Another posted, "We used to talk face to face. Now we panic when an app goes down." Influencers and digital creators lost entire workdays of planned content. Marketers complained of ruined ad campaigns. But beyond the inconvenience, the outage triggered something deeper, a reflection on dependency. Tech analysts on Bloomberg discussed how platforms like Snapchat have blurred the line between social life and emotional validation. When it vanished, even briefly, people were forced to confront how much of their daily connection depends on a fragile network of data centers, APIs, and cloud servers. By nightfall, Snapchat officially announced that the outage was resolved. Their statement was brief. "We're aware of the issue and it has been fixed. We apologize for the disruption." But what lingered wasn't just the technical failure, it was the vulnerability it revealed. In 2025, the internet isn't just part of our lives. It is our life. From friendships to memories to businesses, everything we value online runs through systems most of us will never see or understand. The Snapchat outage became more than a tech story, it became a mirror. A reminder that even in an age of instant connection, our digital world can vanish in seconds. And maybe, in those quiet offline hours, people rediscovered something that no app can replicate: real silence and real connection. If this story opened your eyes to the hidden systems behind our digital lives, subscribe for more deep dives into the untold truths of technology, culture, and connection. Because sometimes the scariest stories are the ones happening behind your screen.